All right, so we're gonna go over this here. I'm calling this the updated NAEU launch guide, and there's a lot of people. That's going to be playing this in about a day, free to play, and there are some differences with this build. And I just wanted to quickly, very quickly, go over the step by step because everybody, well, not everybody, but there's a lot of people that have no idea what to do. Okay, so I'm recording this after consecutive 24-hour streams, so bear with me. I'm gonna try and get through this as quickly as possible. Okay, so here's step one. When you start the game, and keep in mind, this is when you, as a brand new player, you start the game, and this is the route that I took, and the route that I feel is most efficient. If you want to take your time and be a completionist, that is no problem. The only benefit of rushing the content is to get to tier 3 quicker, which is going to allow you to essentially make 1500 gold per week per character a little bit earlier than everyone else. Really not that big of a deal. So if you want to take your time, please take your time. However, for those of you who want to catch up to those who, may have started earlier, this is the route that I took, and let's go over this. So step one, so number one here, this is the progression, this is the summary, okay? First of all, choose a DPS class if you plan on maining Bard. Holy Knight up till level 50, grinds plenty fast enough. I haven't personally leveled up with Bard, but I've heard that Bard is quite slow getting to 50, so it might be a little bit more difficult, might take more time. So choose a DPS class. The reason why is because we get 2 free level 50 boosts upon hitting 50. Okay, we're gonna get into that here in a sec. Number 2, only do your main story quest. You could skip everything else. All those launch guide videos, including mine, ignore it. Just do your main story quest on that character. What's going to happen is you're going to finish Lutera, and I would suggest getting 20 class engraving books. So what do I mean by that? If we look at the map right here, okay, this is the region that you're going to start right here, okay? You're going to start at Rethramis, and you're going to finish all these zones. You're going to go to Udia, you're going to go to West Lutera, and then you're going to go to East Lutera. When you finish all these regions, because the way the quest line takes you is you finish one zone at a time. When you finish all the zones here, okay, it's going to tell you, it's going to give you a ship, and it's going to tell you to go to Tortoig. Don't do that. First, stop and backtrack, and you need to get imprint books. Okay, you might not know what this is, but they're essentially books that look like this. Okay, but they're green. So I've got these in my inventory. I'll show you these right now. It's either going to look like this, or it's going to either look like this. And these are very important for when you hit post 50, or if you start doing some of this skip content, which is what we do. Okay, ideally you're going to choose 20. Ideally, you're going to choose a class engraving. Every class has 2, and you're going to need 20 books of that engraving or spec. So, for example, you see Striker here. I chose Esoteric Flurry, and I need 20 of these books, and I need to consume it. If you don't know how that works, look up an engraving guide video. I've got some videos on my channel, and there's a lot of other channels with that. I'm not going to get into it. So, where do you get these books? Well, if you join our Discord, what I've done is I've posted this in our Lost Ark Guide section channel, and this is a spreadsheet that shows you the quests that give you these green engraving books. Okay, you're gonna get 5 green engraving books that are general. These ones here are the class specific ones. These are the general ones. Keep in mind that not every class will be prioritizing their class engraving, but the vast majority will. FYI. Again, I'm not going to get into specifics because I want to keep this very short, but just find me on stream or ask in our Discord. I'm sure you can get those answers. But generally speaking, if you need these class engraving books, this is where you can find them. As you can see, these are all in the East Lutera region. East Lutera, which is what we just went to. East Lutera zone. So, for example, I did this one specifically, the Song of People, East Lutera, Lutera Castle. Bam. Pretty straightforward. I will say, I don't know if this is on here, but I will say that for your first character and first character only, if we go back to the map here, in East Lutera, once you finish it, if you go to Lutera Castle, Thirain, this NPC right here, is going to have a quest for you, which is a purple quest, okay, which are these guide quests right here that will give you 15 class engraving books, which means you only need 5 more class engraving books to get 20. What does that allow you to do? It allows you to unlock this, okay? This is exactly what it'll look like. It'll give you 3 engraving points, and you can equip it twice. As you see, I've done here. That's going to give me the level 1 engraving. Don't mind that I have 8 points. I'm getting 2 points for my accessories. Just at this point in time, you're going to have 6 points into your esoteric, or into your class engraving, and you're good to go. Okay, perfect. So now once you get the 20 class engraving books and use it on your character, then you're going to actually skip Tortoic and go to Arthetine or Annika, and then Vern at 50. Okay, so once you're actually finished with this zone right here, you can completely skip Tortoic. You don't have to go. You can go straight to either Arthetine or Annika. We've done both runs. I went to Arthetine first and went to Annika, and then my guildmates went to Annika first and then went to Arthetine. It's the same thing. The only difference is Arthetine mobs are level 45, so you will absolutely need those class engravings to be there to help you kill these mobs at Arthetine. I managed to do it on Striker. I'm sure you can too. But if I were to hold your hand and tell you what to do, I'd probably suggest going to Annika first. Once you finish these 2 zones, you will hit level 49.5 or higher. You need to be 49.5 or higher, and then you can go to North Vern. Just forget about whatever quest you may or may not have. You just sail to North Vern after that point. And when you go to North Vern, so you're going to take this route right here or right here, get to North Vern, and it's going to prompt a quest. Okay, and that's going to be the North Vern quest line. You will hit level 50, and when that happens, you need to finish that quest line. And when you finish that quest line, you will get 2 free level boosts, and you're gonna get them in the mail right here. As you can see, no, these are my sales right here. It looks like this right here. Here's a Vern event power pass. These are level boosts. They call them power passes, but they're level boosts. Let's see here. Bring this back up. Okay, you'll get 1 at first when you make that character and you go through the prologue, tutorial stuff, whatever, and you get him in the game. On that character, you're going to get your second one. Okay, so you're not going to get 2 immediately. You're going to get 1. You're going to get 1. Make that character, and that character is going to... After you make that character, he'll get a second one. I'm sorry for repeating myself here. I could barely think, but I really wanted to get this out before the launch for you guys. And some of you that are currently playing right now are very confused. So trying to do what I can to help you guys out here. Okay, so once you do that, you now have 3 characters at level 50, and you finish the Vern quest line. Your boosted characters will automatically complete everything, including the Tortoic region that you never finish on your main, which is why if you're a bard main, I would suggest doing this, because you do not have to, you'll actually be technically more progressed. Okay, really quickly, the pros and cons to this is, the pros is that it automatically completes everything. So this new main or your alt or whatever it is, the boosted character isn't behind your original character. The only downside is that it's not going to have access to those quests that we mentioned before. It will automatically complete them, but you're not going to have these rewards from those quests. But all the other important items you will have. Now, yeah, okay, perfect. So, with that said, after you do that, Arthetine, Annika, okay, finish Vern quest, I get power pass. Okay, so upgrade your gear. The next step, you're level 50, you're in Vern, you've completed the quest line. Now, the only thing that you have to do is get your item level to 460. Your boosted characters, you're going to notice you will literally have a quest on the right side of your screen that says, hit level 460 to move on to Rohendel. Your main, if you took this route, you're not going to see that. You're going to be a little bit in the dark, might be confusing. Don't worry. All you have to do is upgrade your gear to 460. That is your priority. Get that to 460 eye level, and also get your alts to 340 item level. See point B, which is down here. We'll talk about that in a sec. That is your goal after you finish Vern and get to level 50. Okay, now let's talk about this. The mats that you will need to get your item level to 460 are Destruction / Guardian Stone Fragments. Those are these. This is for weapons. This is for armors. Okay. You'll need Harmony Leap Stones, which are these. Okay. And then you'll need Harmony Shards, which are these up here. Okay. Keep in mind that of all these mats, the Harmony Shards are the only ones that are strictly character bound. These three, or technically three, right? They have tradable versions of them. Okay, they have tradable versions of them. We'll get back to that here in a sec. Got it? Those are the mats that you need to enhance your gear. Purple quest. After you do that, after you get your main to 460 item level. At this point, if you're playing Bard, you play the Bard at this point, okay? Because at this point, you want to play your Bard or your main all the way up because you're continuing. So the next step you're gonna do is you're going to have a purple quest here in Vern, which is going to give you a boat. Again, this might not be streamlined very well, especially if you skipped content. You can get lost. Even experienced players kind of get lost at this point. What does this mean? If you go to North Vern Castle right here, this NPC right here will have a purple quest for you. I can't remember the name of the quest off the top of my head, but this quest is the mandatory quest to get you to Rohendel, which is the next area you need to go to. Okay, if I remember the name of the quest, I'll put it in the description below. What it's going to do is it's going to kind of take you to another island. It's going to get you to upgrade your ship. If you want to know what ship you should upgrade, you have 3 ships. Most people do the S-Stock. If you don't know what the hell that is, you will when you get to this point. Most people do the S-Stock. I did the S-Stock, okay? Doesn't matter what you do. So if you are on a quest where you've upgraded your ship, you know you're on the right quest. After you upgrade that ship, aka finish the quest line, now you're ready to sail. No, I take that back. After you upgrade the ship, you're going to probably have to turn the quest in. So you're going to probably kind of go back and forth. You'll know when you finish just MMO stuff, finish the quest. Once you're finished with the quest and you have nothing else, and I believe that's when you're in the Queen's Castle, that's when you just manually sail to Rohendel. If you're using a boosted character for this, it will be streamlined for you via quest log. If you're using the character that you leveled, you will not have any indication to go to Rohendel. So I'm telling you this right now. I am being your guide. It's called a new voyage. Thank you, chat. That quest is called a new voyage. You'll have that right here. Okay. So it's going to look like the game is done. You're going to have all these blue quests right here. Main story. As you can see, like this is taking me to Shoeshire. This is taking me to Halberg. Okay. Doing this route will allow you to skip both Tortoik and Shoeshire. You don't even have to do Shoeshire. Okay, so when you finish that quest, you're going to go... I apologize for repeating myself here. I'm trying to keep it short, but I'm just losing track of my mind because of how late this... Like, no sleep, right? Okay, so you just manually sail to Rohendel. Okay, you will not be able to do this, and you'll be blocked, I think, right around here if you haven't done it right. Okay, when you go through this region... Specifically this right here, your ship's durability will quickly deteriorate. Don't worry if your ship breaks down, because you can still enter Rohendel. If it breaks down, you can still sail, go to Rohendel port, bam, you're now in Rohendel. You're at 460 eye level, you need 460 eye level to do this, you're in Rohendel, and then essentially the same process repeats over again. Bring the notepad back. Same thing as the Vern questline. Think of Rohendel questline as now what was Vern questline, and it's the same thing. Instead of getting your item level to 460, you need to now get to 600 to move on to Yorn to get to tier 2, which we're not going to get into because this is going to be plenty of information for you guys to go to start off of. Okay, so and then you're done. Then you're moving on. It's just rinse and repeat. So in regards to getting your gear, all right, this is section B, point B. All 3 characters, all 3, not just your main, all 3 characters, you want to do your dailies and weeklies. This is priority, just so you know. I don't know if I wrote it in here. Just so you know. Oh, I just wrote it here. Dailies reset. I don't know why I wrote that here. Should write here. Dailies reset 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the East server. I don't know about the West server. Okay. Thursday is the official weekly reset. This is very important for you if you want to try and get caught up, because most of your progression in currency gold is going to come from this. Okay. Dailies. Chaos Dungeons, that's going to get you gear mats. What are Chaos Dungeons? You'll be in North Vern. This is the Chaos Dungeon icon. Just go to the Chaos Dungeon thing, interact with it, do it, you're done. Okay? You can do that twice a day. Not going to get into how many times you could do it a day, whatever. You can do it twice a day. You could technically do it more, but whatever. I'm just telling you basically what you need to do. Guardian raids. This is the next thing you need to do. Same thing. This is going to give you gear mats, which are both of these are tradable mats except for the harmony shards. Okay? This is this little red thing right here. You're going to interact with that. Chaos Dungeons you can do solo even as a bard. Guardian raids probably want to do in a group. You could do them solo, but I suggest doing them in a group. The next thing are your opponent dailies / weeklies. Okay, this all you got to hit is Alt J, and it's going to bring up your Una tasks. Okay, this is your dailies, this is your weeklies. Your dailies you can do 3 times a day. As you can see, it resets at 5 a.m. Weekly, this is you could do 3. You could do 3 of these. It gives you bigger rewards. It gives you pretty much the same rewards as your dailies, but just more. But you have the whole week to do them. Okay? And as you do these dailies and weeklies, you will accumulate points. Okay? I believe the dailies are 2 points or 4 points. I'm pretty sure. I think it's 2 points. Weeklies give you a lot more points. I can't remember how many points these give you off the top of my head, but a lot. Okay? And as you get these points, you're going to fill this meter. So as you can see, I have 12 points. It takes 25 points to get this first reward. What are Una tokens? This is just gold. Don't let the game confuse you. You exchange this for gold and nothing but gold. It's gold. Okay, so this is one of the most important elements early game. One of the most important things that you need to complete early game, because this is a big gold generator. Okay, so do this. Always prioritize doing this. How does this work as far as the dailies, weeklies, and the alts? Okay, each character will be able to do 3 dailies and 3 weeklies, and those rewards will go to those 3 characters. All of those mats are bound to the character. Okay, now the points though right here will be shared across the whole account. So if I do, let's say this, just for the sake of math, let's say each daily is worth 10 points. It's not, let's just say it is. Okay, if I do 3 on one character, that's 30 points, right? 10 10 10. I'm gonna have 30 points. I'm now at 30 points. If I do it on the second character, the first alt, 1 2 3, that's another 30 points. I'm now at 60 points. So I can complete this faster by doing it across multiple alts. You're going to get these rewards from the same characters, or I'm sorry, you're going to get these rewards per character, but these Unas are only per account. You're going to see this flash. It's going to be bright when you finish this. Click on it. Okay, click on it. If you don't click on it, you're not receiving it. I know a lot of people that have actually completed this but never clicked on it, never thought to click on it, or click this claim all button, and they never actually got the token. So be careful. Okay, this is your Una. That's how the Una tasks work. Which ones should you be doing? Whatever mat that you need. Ideally, the ones that you have the most mats on. All right. On top of that fact, sorry, I didn't turn off my alert sounds here. I turned off my alert sounds. On top of that fact, okay, When you complete one of these dailies, not weeklies, dailies, okay? If you, as you can see, this one right here, if I hit accept, okay, I've already finished one. I can hit finish now. Okay, if I hit finish now, assuming you didn't do it, you could either spend blue crystals to automatically finish it, which I suggest never to do, or you can get like these scrolls, which I don't know if I have any right now on me. Let me see. I do. These, which will auto-complete it. Okay, but in order to use these, you need to complete those dailies at least once on one character. So I would highly suggest, because if you have a Founder's Pack, especially if you have a Founder's Pack, you're going to have some of these, some of those scrolls. I would highly suggest doing some of these quests like this, which gives the most, but these are a little bit more difficult to do. They're a little bit more time consuming to do. Okay, there's one in Alasir. It's called like Alakir. It gives like the most amount of leap stones, but it's like a timed event. I'd suggest doing that, but I'm not going to get into that. Just because once you do it once, you could use those scrolls and constantly auto-complete them, okay? So back to the notepad. Those are your Eponas, okay? You get gold and you get gear and mats, all right? The next thing are Abyssal dungeons. This is something that's very overlooked right now. This is very big. So what's going to happen is you're going to go to this little thing right here, okay? And I'll actually run towards it right now. And this right here is a weekly, okay? This is a weekly that grants you everything. Gear mats, gear itself, and gold. All right, as you can see, this gives you accessories. It can even drop gear pieces, believe it or not. It gives you engraving books, which you can sell, and it gives you gold. It will give you 160 gold, 80 gold per. You could do 2 of them. So 160 gold per character if you do both of them. It requires 340 item level. This is why you need to get your alts to 340 item level so that they can start farming this on a week-to-week basis. You can do this once a day, or I'm sorry, you could do this once a week per character. So if you have two alts that are generating 160 gold, that's 320 gold that you're generating, not including the mats that you're generating, because these are all tradable, especially these books. And some of these books are already starting to sell for quite a bit of money. Remember, the value of gold is very low. Gold is not easy to come around. All right, so we got that. As you can see, I've already done mine. And that's gonna, again, it's gonna give you gold and it's gonna give you gear. So another thing that I want to mention about this is the accessories. And some vets don't even know this too. So if you have any friends that are vets and you're new and you watch this and the vets aren't watching this, tell them, even though the vets are probably already playing. The accessories that drop from just these Abyssal dungeons will always have your class engravings on them. Okay, so as you can see right here, here's an example. This right here shows Esoteric Flurry +2. That means I get +2 points to my Esoteric Flurry, which is my class engraving. This is very big because this is going to change the dynamics of the game and the market entirely. But just keep that in mind, because if you farm enough of these accessories and you get those 20 books that I explained before, you're gonna have 6 points plus what you get from your accessories. You can actually max, you could get at the very least level 2 on your class engraving, which is a huge DPS output, because these Abyssal dungeons and these Guardian raids are not easy. And engravings are the biggest influencer in DPS, even more so than item level. Okay, you will start struggling with these Guardian raids in Abyssal dungeons to the point, or Abyssal dungeons to the point where you might even be like, this is impossible. Okay, this is why. Get those engravings, okay, and farm those accessories from them, and you will have a much better experience. You can actually max out one of your class engravings, which is massive. But you're not going to do that unless you know that these accessories are dropping and they provide your class engravings. Do not neglect this. Do this on alts. Do not level 1 character and try to push him as far as you can, you will hit a wall, and all the people that are doing this and are slightly behind you will not only catch up to the person that only is leveling 1 character, but they will surpass you completely. Okay? So take your time in doing this. Just take your time doing this. The last 2 things I want to mention, okay, as far as getting your gear, are the tier 1 islands. What are the tier 1 islands? I have a map here, and we have this posted in the 1HP Discord in the guide section. Come to our Discord if you need it. This is a link, or this is an image of the locations to every island that provides you enchanting materials. Because again, you're gonna hit walls, at tier 1 and tier 2 to actually get your gear. Actually get your gear enhancement material. It's really late. I'm sorry. You're going to hit a wall to upgrade your gear, and you're going to need more gear enhancement material. The green circles are the islands that provide you with tier 1. The blue are the islands that provide you with tier 2. And the red are islands that provide you with more engraving books. Okay? Do these. Keep in mind, this is 1 time per account. You can't do this per character. 1 time per account. Don't worry. You can share these mats across your characters. So you could do these islands on alts, whatever, and then just transfer over the mats to your main. But when you do that, you're going to get the mats in a chest form. You have to move over the chest. Keep that in mind. Okay. So this is also posted. Between that, you should have all the resources you need to progress your gear to the very fastest, the fastest you possibly can. Okay. The last thing I want to mention are world events. So what you're going to see right here is this blue little ticker. Pay attention to these. And later on, if you start looking at some of these island events that has times on them, I'm looking for one that has times. Some of these are going to show times. Like this one right here should show, no. Is it this one? Right here. This shows admission period. Don't pay attention to this. This is wrong. This is correct. I don't know why that's wrong. It's wrong. I can confirm it's wrong. These are, this is a list, or it is a little agenda of every event that is coming up in every event that is planned through the day. As you can see, this run right here requires 600 item level. These are the rewards. You get an island token and these outfits right here. And this starts in 13 minutes. 9:20 p.m. server time, 13 minutes left. If you go down, some of these have really, really nice rewards. As you can see, this right here, Ghost Ship, they provide mats, gear enhancement mats. Here are the stone fragments, shards. You can get additional mats from that as well. Okay, so just kind of keep your eye out for that. What else do we have? World events. The last thing, okay, that's it. I'm going to post this notepad in our Discord. The last thing I want to mention is if you are swiping, or if you do have gold, or if you do have cash app currencies to spend, if you look in the Lost Ark shop right here, all right, you're going to see Mari's secret shop. Now, you will absolutely hit a massive wall from tier 2 trying to go to tier 3. Can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's like 900 item level is like tier 2 plus 15, and that's when you're trying to go to Papunica, and it's going to be like hit like 900 item level to do that. I think it's 900 around there. That wall, you will hit that wall, and that wall will take you days. Spend that time to level more alts, but if you want to reduce the time of that alt, the moment you start buying every tier 2 mat that you see in Mary's shop. They cost blue crystals, which you could buy with either gold, or you could buy with your royal crystals, your silver crystals. Okay. Now, I can already tell you right now, the reason why I say this is that these blue crystal costs for these mats are very cheap. I don't know how this NA market's going to go, but it's very cheap. And these don't come out very often, and I believe so far the only tier 2 mats that have come up while completing tier 1 content are these shards, and these shards are like the bigger bottleneck compared to these leap stones, even at tier 1. So for me, I'm trying to push as fast as I can. I bought out all the tier 1 shards, and still it's not enough. FYI. And I've done everything else. So if you're really trying to push, you could even buy all the tier 1. I will say I will not buy the Harmony Leapstones though. Or the Harmony Leapstones though, because I don't think you actually need this. Although there might be a bottleneck there, but not nearly as big as the shard pouch. Okay? So that's what I'm buying. As far as what else you should buy, you should absolutely buy this. This is the best value. You get blue crystals, and when you get these blue crystals, use these blue crystals to buy from the Mari shop that I just talked about right here, okay? That's how you do it. Last thing, the final thing. This, if you made it this far into the video, I'm going to type this in right now. Towers. Towers for mats. This is something that some players don't know, and this is a little kudos to you for making it this far into the video, because I just realized this is a long fucking video. It's fucking 30 minutes again. I'm sorry. So towers for mats. What is this? How does this work? All right, I'm gonna go back to the tower. The tower is a one-time thing that you can do on any character. However, the rewards that you get from it, you can only claim one time. There's a strategy to this, okay? Now, when you go to the tower, what I want you to notice are these shards. When you look at your tower and you've never done the tower, you're not going to see these shards. How did I get these shards? Well, this is how. First of all, this tower in itself is worth doing. You're getting a lot of these imprint books. By the way, another way for you to get your engravings up. All right, you're going to get these imprint books. As you go up, all these rewards are really good. Like skill points, really, really important. Now, if I do this on my striker, I go to floor 6 because I already finished floor 5. It's going to give me this. It's going to give me this chest. This chest right here. This chest right here, I can trade. I can move around. I believe I can. Man, I don't even remember what I just did. Correct me in chat if I'm wrong about this. But I'm... This is what happens when you get 2 hours of sleep in like 48 hours. You can move these chests, so you can move this, right? So you're not wasting it on a single character by getting it. You can, like, if I get this on my alt, I can move it to my main, okay? The strategy with this is to do the tower on your alt first. On your alt first. Because your alt will get these chests here, and you can move these chests to your main. And if you do these with your alt, for example, I did the first 5 floors on my Shadow Hunter alt. Okay? I did it on my Shadow Hunter alt. And then after I completed the first 5 dungeons, I swapped back to my main, Striker. And now with Striker, my reward are Harmony Shards. Because these chests, you can only get one time per account. And you can only receive rewards, period, one time per character, regardless of what reward it is. Might sound a little confusing, so sorry. I'll explain this one more time. Complete the tower on your alt first, because the alt will get these chests. And you can transfer these chests to your main. When you complete the tower on your alt, then you will have a different set of rewards for your main, which are these shards, which is what you need because this is a massive bottleneck. Leapstones, shards. Complete as many floors as you can on your alts so that you can get as many shard rewards as you can on your main. Little bit of advice. If you mess this up one time, there's no going back. If I were to do this tower on my striker for the first time when it was a chest thing, I cannot get these shards on my striker, okay? So there's that little bit of advice that can really help you get more shards, okay? I feel like I'm missing one more thing, but I can't really think. So, just so you know, if I finish this floor 6 on my Shadow Hunter right now, Shadow Hunter is going to get this chest. And then if I hop back onto my main striker, this reward is going to turn into these shards again. Okay, and I want to complete that. Also, more the reason to enhance your item level with your alts, because that will allow you to unlock more floors, complete more floors, giving you more potential shards for your main. Okay? I feel like there's one more thing, but I can't think of it right now because my brain is absolutely fried. And this video has gone long enough. So, I hope that helped. That's about as streamlined as I could possibly make it at this time, while still explaining to all of you guys that have no idea what you're doing, and try to have like a hold your hand type of guide. Okay? If you have any questions, catch me on stream. Come join the 1HP Discord. All of this notepad, those screenshots, everything will be posted in our Lost Ark guide section. And I will do my best to keep up with the content. Until next time, I will see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.